All right, so Wagner 329, same as the Wagner 331 and the 334 in terms of the pump. Titan 640, 740 and 840. We've got a block pump, relatively new machine, and I'll show you how to go through and unblock it. So this is a low boy. The only difference between this and the high boy is obviously the pickup and the height of the machine. So I'm just going to undo the suction hose. With these machines, because they are a bigger machine, you do need larger tools. So we'll just give this a knock. Hopefully get it off. There we go. I'm just going to chop this up a little bit. Make sure we're still in range. I'll do the video in real time, no editing needed. And I'll just take you through the process. So as soon as this comes off, push that to the side. We want this lower valve housing to come out. Now you can either tap this off or use a big shifter. I'll just tap it. Okay, so this is the inlet. There's the cage. I'll take that off in a sec, which holds the ball in place, stops it from coming up too high in the pump. And then we have the ball and the seat. So first thing I'm going to look at is the seat. I'll just give it a quick wipe. And I'm going to look basically straight down at the seat to see if there's any damage to the seat or if there's any indentations or anything blocking it, and there isn't. So next thing I'll look at is the ball itself. Give that a wipe down. And I'm looking for any pressure injections or dents in it, and they would be caused by either the machine overpressuring, or if it's got a bit of dirt in there and it's been pounding on it trying to build pressure. So there's nothing there. Put this back together. Just give everything a quick wipe down, because you can see this machine has still got a little bit of dirty water in there. Okay, so that's on the side for now. Now, we have the valve inside the piston. Before I go ahead and actually pull that out, what I do is I grab my return hose, or the return hose, put the machine, make sure the machine is in the prime position, not in the spray. So in the spray position's there, so facing down to the prime, and I'm just going to blow through this return hose. So there's no blockage there. And the way to confirm it, I'll just grab something pointy, push it up through the piston. Just got to find it, and I should feel that ball moving. And then from in this position with the ball pushed up. Okay, good. So I know that the ball is free. Another blow tells me that there's no problem there. So the problem would have been in here, and we might have just dislodged whatever it was. Now, if it is, I should show you anyway. If it is in there, what you need to do, turn your machine up. Just going to make sure that this camera is still in range. All right, so I'm going to take off this lower housing first. Just the lower one. So there's the main, there's the piston housing, and this is just the sleeve. So it's a spacer. I use my Nipex just to get this out of the way. It gives me a bit more room to work. Because this is a new machine, it shouldn't take too much to remove it. Now this has a plastic bushing which has actually pushed itself up in there, but it'll normally sit up here. That's okay for now. Now, just in case we are blocked, we have the valve which sits in the piston there. Now I'm going to bring that out. It's a 3/8 Allen key. I'll pull it out and show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay. Now this nut here is a bit loose, so I'm just going to tighten that up so it doesn't move around with me. Show you the inside assembly of this. Now I'm holding it so I don't drop anything. So there's the retainer. Everything has come out except the other seal. And I'll pick that out. This doesn't have to come out for now, but I'll pull it out just so you can see it. And I'll show you the assembly and how it works, just in case you have to remove it. So we have the seal, we have the retainer, and the seat. Okay, so inside here is the seat, and I'll take the seat out as well. The way to pull the seat out is just use my Allen key and push it out. So sometimes this housing will have a pressure injection on the inside, which means that this needs replacing. It won't allow it to hold and maintain the pressure. So from here, I'm going to go to the seat, give it a quick clean, and I'm inspecting it on the inside. So just looking for any grooves or any pressure injections. If there is a groove or a pressure injection, I can reverse it and use the other side. This is almost new, so I know that there hasn't got any. Now, the order to return them is the retainer, followed by the seat. The seat needs to sit flat. Next is the ball. And the same as what we did with the larger ball. We look at the smaller ball, just do a visual inspection. And what we're looking for is any crack injection, any injections or tracks. And obviously nothing on there because it's new. Followed by the retainer. Sorry, have I dropped a seal? I have indeed. I have to replace that seal because I've dropped it somewhere. Unless it's in there. No, I dropped it. All right, I'll grab another seal and we'll put it back in there. So we need another seal that will sit on the outside of this. I'll just pause the camera and grab another seal. Well, no need, it was on the floor. So I'll just give that seal a quick wipe. All right, so you can see on the outside of the retainer, it's got a little lip. That's where that seal will sit. And then it will go back in on top. And then the bigger seal will slide over that lip there as well. And that is the outlet valve complete. Push this back into the machine. We'll torque it up, sorry, tighten it up. These don't need to be torqued to a specific setting. We just need to tighten them up and nick them up really nicely. Don't have to go crazy and over tighten. And you can see I'm not using any Loctite or anything because I don't like to. It can, when you need to remove them, it can grip and actually damage the threads. So I'll just get that nice and hand tight. Now, back to our sleeve. The bushing's already in there, I can see it. I'm not going to try and pull it out, it's too much work. I'd have to remove the piston to take it out now. Lock this in. It's nice when all the threads connect and glide smoothly. Now we'll just tighten this up a little bit. There's our lower valve housing with our inlet valve intact. Oh, I'll just give this a clean in a bit because I reckon that's where a lot of the rubbish is coming from that's causing this machine to block up. I'll just do this by hand. Use our Nipex again. Now by tightening this, what's going to happen is everything else will tighten up with it. I'll just get my arm out of the way. There we go, that's plenty. And I'll just give that a quick wipe on the inside. Get any loose, dry particles of paint out. Now it's always good practice to take off the suction hose and flush it without the filter. So just go to your water tap and flush it. I can tell from the filter on this one that doesn't actually need that because, like I said, this is a 3-week-old machine. Just a little bit of a blockage. And the blockage is caused in this one from not enough water in during the flushing process. So what will happen is water will separate from whatever paint is in there and dry up, and then it will suck it up when it's ready to go again. So just tightening this up again. So this is very similar to the smaller Wagner and Titan machines. It's just a bigger machine, but otherwise it's the exact same process. Check the inlet and the outlet valve. And that is how you strip and inspect your inlet and outlet valve on a Wagner/Titan. Thank you, Ali from Westbury.